Okay, I have a Metronome battle against Medude, and Metronome battles, if you haven't done one, you should, because they're like the funnest thing ever. What you do is, you and a friend, you take 6 Pokemon, usually you take 6 normal types, but I guess it doesn't really matter, and you take them, then you max out their stats with, like, Pokesab or whatever, and you both use the same 6 Pokemon, and all 4 of their moves are Metronome, and it's just awesome, because you don't know what moves you're going to be doing. But he starts out with a GRANBULL and he intimidates me, so I switch to GRANBULL to intimidate him. And he gets a discharge, which is pretty cool. And he gets a Parahax, which really sucks because GRANBULL paralyzed. That's just not fun at all. And he gets a block, so I can't leave. And I'm like paralyzed, so yeah, it's pretty bad. Things aren't really starting off too good for me. And he gets a poison powder, which is funny because that's just completely worthless. Like, that would have been really good if he got it, but I'm already paralyzed and you can't double status. And it's like, what is this? I haven't even gotten a single hit off, and he's gotten like 10. This is just completely ridiculous. He crits me with a mist ball, and he lowers my special attack. That was just completely stupid. But I hit him with reversal, and it's super effective, but it still doesn't do too much anyways. So yeah. And Metronome battles, it always seems like one person's getting all the luck and the other person's getting completely screwed. It's never like 2 people are getting great moves. It's always like one person's dominating. There I get a light screen, which is like the first good thing I do all game. And he hits me with Gyro Ball. And it doesn't really matter because I'm slower than him anyways. I get a charge, which is awesome because I raise both of my defenses, or at least my special defense, not my regular defense. So that's good. And he uses Minimize, which is retarded because that's just like using Sand Attack, and just completely stupid because you can't really do anything about the evasion clause. And I get a Screech, which is like, oh, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna lower his defense, but it misses, which is stupid. And then he uses block again, and yeah. And I get a Heal Bell, which is cool, but I could have used that like, I don't know, 10 turns ago. But I'm not paralyzed anymore, and I hit him with Punishment, which does more damage for like each time they use a stat boost. And I don't even know how many stat boosts he had, but he killed me with Comet Punch. So yeah. So now I'm thinking about what to switch to, and I have 6 normal types, and it's not really like there's like anything that's like gonna resist their hits because it's all random. So it's really just luck basically. I send in Persian, and he decides to switch to Ursaring. And I get a Bite, which is stabbed, and it doesn't do crap, and it doesn't make him. Well, I guess it couldn't really make him flinch when he switched in. And I get a Rollout, and Rollouts might seem like a crappy move, but it's really good in Metronome battles because it's gonna keep going over and over and do more and more damage, and he's not really gonna be able to KO me right off the bat, so that's pretty cool. But unfortunately, he got a defense curl right before that, so all my attacks are gonna be a little less powerful, but it's still gonna do a lot. And he gets a sub, which is pretty worthless because I'm just going to break it anyways with Rollout, even though he has that defense curl. But I have max attack anyways, so it doesn't really matter. He gets a Mirror Shot, which is just like crazy. It's like, how on earth would a huge Earth Ring use Mirror Shot? But I take it out with Rollout, which is cool. So now, I think it's 5-5. And he sends back out GRANBULL for the Intimidate. And this is annoying because my GRANBULL's dead, and he can just keep switching in and out, intimidating me like all he wants, like the whole battle, and that's really gonna suck for me. But I just decided to stay in, and I use Miracle Eye, and I think that works like Odor Sleuth or whatever that move is. I'm not really sure. I can't tell you, but yeah, that's basically what happens in Metronome battles. He uses random attacks we've never heard of, and I get a Meteor Mash, which is freaking insane, and I get the attack boost also, which is pretty dang cool. And he uses Flatter, which confuses me, but raises my special attack, so it's almost like the move Swagger, but it's like the opposite. And as long as I don't nail myself with Confusion, it's going to be pretty sweet. I get Focus Energy, so I'm like, sweet, next attack can hit a critical hit, and I'm going to like completely destroy him. And he gets an Overheat, but that knocks down his special attack, so I guess that's pretty good for both of us, because, you know, his stats are down, but he still did a lot of damage for me, so he gets refreshed, but it doesn't do anything, so I'm fine with that. And I snap out of Confusion, so now I just got a Tail Glow. So now I have +4 special attack. That's just insane. And he gets a Baton Pass, and I don't even know if he had stat boosts or not, but he's Baton Passing, so he goes to Ambipom, and I think we have the same speed, so it's just going to be like speed ties. And I hit him with Psy Wave, and it's kind of a dumb move, because it just does like random damage based on your level, and it didn't really do that much. But he gets Morning Sun. And that's gonna raise his HP, and I'm really glad he didn't get that like earlier with GRANBULL, and it was had less hit points. And I got a Psycho Boost, and that is just insane. That is a special attack, and I'm at +4, and it gets a critical hit. And even though my special attack fell, that just like annihilated him completely. It was insane. But now I'm back to +2 special attack, but that's still pretty good. He went to Speed Tide, he used Captivate, but we're the same gender, so it doesn't matter. And I hit him with Avalanche, and I went second, so that's going to do a lot of damage. Well, I guess not really that much, but you'd think it would do a lot. But I guess he's maxed in defense, so eh. I win the Speed Tide and get Defense Curl, which is pretty nice, but I'm too close to death anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He's a Spite, and my PP just got shot down, which doesn't really make much of a difference. He's a Smelling Salve, which is just like the weirdest move ever. It like cures paralysis, and it's just crazy. But anyways, now looking at what to send out, I go to Ambipom, just so I can, have something pretty fast in there. And I use Leach Seed, which is awesome, because Leach Seed's a nice move in Metronome battles, and now I'm just recovering his health until he decides to switch. But he goes to GRANBULL, and he gets another Intimidate, which isn't fun. But I use Knockoff, and his Metronome gets knocked off, so now his attacks aren't gonna be powered up so much. I get a Future Sight, so it'll hit him in a couple turns. So yeah, we'll see what happens then. He's a Swallow, but he didn't stockpile, so it's pretty worthless. And I get a Harden, which is awesome. Let's see. Communicating, yeah. Metronome. Hits me with Vine Whip, which is funny because Vine Whip's like an awful move. And I get a Zen Headbutt, which is sweet. And then he gets hit with Future Sight, so it's like 2 psychic hits in a row, just like nailed him. He's down to the red. Then I hit him with an Iron Head, so I'm just like knocking out or pulling out all these crazy moves, and he's getting like nothing. So this is just awesome. I sends in Dunsparce, and I'm afraid that he's gonna get all these hacks on me with Serene Grace. And I got a Swords Dance, and that's just awesome, because now all my attacks are insane. And he misses with a Lovely Kiss, so that's pretty sweet too. So I'm getting pretty dang lucky here. I hit him with Revenge, and I think that does like more on the second turn, but it did a ton of damage anyways, enough to knock it out. And it's super effective too, so yeah. I sends in GRANBULL for the Intimidate, and he lowers my attack, and I hit him with a Leer. So now he's basically going to get knocked out by any physical attack. So then I hit him with Stone Edge, and that just like completely destroys him. Because I have a Swords Dance, and he has a defense drop. And he sends in Kecleon. And I use Bide, which, we'll see how that goes. And he uses Rapid Spin, but it doesn't matter, and Try attacks me. All these attacks are coming by super fast because my camera is like insane. But, oh well. Bide unleashed energy, and I don't really know how much it did or what, but he swapped his defenses, which is kind of crazy. No one really uses guard swap or whatever. Smog misses. Now he's getting kind of lucky. He gets imprisoned, so I can't use moves he knows, which is Metronome, and I have to struggle, which is pretty funny. And I almost knocked myself out with a recoil. He hits me with a rolling kick, and it knocks me out. Oh. So I send in Ursaring, and I have to struggle, which is funny again. He hits me with Arrow Blast, which is like crazy. And the struggle knocks him out. It's a good game, Medude. That was like a really fun battle. So thanks for watching, everybody.